Okay, folks, welcome to another Swing Trading Today, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have FOMC minutes today, 2 p.m. So get ready for some volatility. I frankly think we break out. That's my take. One man's opinion. I'm sticking to it. Tomorrow, initial jobless claims, leading indicators. Friday, PMI, that's a big number. Purchasing Managers Index. New home sale, existing home sale should be interesting. Home builders are in fuego. Let's go to the futures. Good morning, Kat. Top of the morning to you. The lovely Kat from Canada. All right, so Thinkorswim is up, finally. Let's see if it stays up. It was up yesterday morning. J.A., good morning. And let's start. I just pulled up Platinum first off, so let's take a look at Platinum. I already took a run through the metals, and they're under a lot of pressure this morning. So Platinum down a bit. But I still like the setup. You know, you could argue you have a head and shoulders setup here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, double top, whatnot. I don't think so. I think we're going to consolidate here and then break out. We have higher lows, nice consolidation. We broke out here, pulled back, retesting. So I think odds still favor bulls. Palladium, RL, good morning. Palladium looking good. Consolidating down slightly, 1.22%. But yeah, very similar to Platinum. We're consolidating. Sticking with the metals. Silver. Down, but again, we broke out. We're retesting. Odds still favor bulls because it looks as though we're probably going to break out here. A little bit of a breakdown on RSI. Let's check out gold. They tried to rally the miners yesterday, and that did not work out well. Even gold pulled in a bit. We're down $9.70. We were down more earlier. But I have to say, odds still favor bulls. I mean, here's the rally, here's the fade. We're consolidating. Holding the breakout point. Let's bring up, what about Warren Buffett buying of one gold stock? Is that any good? Yeah, Jay. To understand Buffett, I went over this with members last night on Market Wrap. All over the Twitter sphere, you have the narrative. The narrative is that, hey Bob, you're great. Thank you. Someone bought $500,000 worth of Oxy options, according to CNBC Fast Money. I think the show was on last night. Well, thank you. So the narrative is that Buffett is very bullish gold. He's not. He bought one gold stock. It's not a huge position. I still think that he bought more. That's why he filed so late. He had a 45-day window. He filed on the very last day with the SEC. So I think he was buying all throughout July. The narrative is that he's bearish on the banks. He's not. He built up a position in Bank of America. And he still owns the banks. The only position he diluted 100% is Goldman Sachs, and that's it. So I think that the narrative out there is inaccurate. And to understand Buffett with gold, his mentality is that he doesn't like gold because of the cost to mine it, store it, secure it. And to that point, he's accurate. I mean, you can't argue with the guy. He doesn't pay a dividend. The however is that the gold miners, Barrick upped their dividend, so he's buying the gold miners to get a dividend. And the reason why he wants exposure to gold, and this goes back historically as to why he would want to own gold or the miners, and that goes to the fact that when people get fearful, they buy gold. What's going to do well? Gold, the miners, silver, and we've known this. So he's looking at something down the road that's going to be quite scary. We're in the same school of thought. The dollar. Down yet again. Looks like they may try to bid it. Good luck there. When you look at copper, it broke through 10-year downtrend. If you can zoom out and see it. Sure, I'll take a look at it. Let's take a look at copper. Sorry I didn't have this ready, but Thinkorswim being down wiped out all my symbols yesterday, which I had at the ready. Okay, so when you look at copper, it broke through. Yes, broke through a downtrend line. If you can zoom out, you can see it. Let's go to a weekly chart. Yeah. So we've been pretty bullish on copper for a while. I think I even mentioned yesterday morning that it was telling us a story that is not being told at current. There is growth out there. It may not be in the United States, but when you see copper ripping, I mean it's ripping for a reason, and that's usually that there's growth out there. Could be China and their infrastructure spend. It could be the Southeast Asian nations that are benefiting from a manufacturing shift out of China and into Malaysia, Philippines, India probably in particular, along with Vietnam. So you're also seeing the home builders here in the United States ripping through, right? Big building permits numbers yesterday. So there's a reason for copper to be ripping. I think it goes higher. And we are, unlike the other metals, we're up again this morning. So copper looks very good. So good point, Corey. All right, taking a look at, let's take a quick peek at energy. Light sweet crude. Down We have broken out here. 4-hour chart though. We broke out, pulling back, retesting. So the uptrend still intact here, despite being down. Where is nat gas? There we go. Nat gas, nice breakout. That was yesterday. Pullback retest. Looks like we are going to continue higher here. So when you think about it, you have copper ripping, you have energy, which is building up steam. Pardon the pun. So there's a story to be told here. Something's going on out there. Let's take a look at bonds. Bond prices, they're up this morning. Pulling back a little bit. And I think that this right here is why you're seeing some weakness in gold and silver, the other precious metals this morning. But I don't think it's going to last. I think that yields could still head up higher as bonds, I think that yields are going to resume their rally from last week, and that bonds ultimately are going to pull back a little bit further. I misspoke there. Agriculture, resuming their move up higher. This is wheat. Here's your upper band of resistance. Oats beginning to move up higher. And breaking out. What else do we have? Soybeans? Yeah, soybeans. Soybeans ripping this morning. So a lot going on in the commodity space. Net healthy. Bitcoin took it on the chin yesterday, down again today. US dollar, let's take a quick peek back at that, see what that's doing. No follow through off the bounce. Equities. NASDAQ 100. Looks like we're going to put in new highs yet again. S&P 500 up spot 1.3%. The Russell where's my Russell? Come on, where are you? There you go. Took a break here. Consolidating. Flat on the session. I wanted to take a quick peek before we go to the other charts. I want to take a quick peek at gasoline, which was moving up higher yesterday morning. No real follow through. In fact, it reversed a bit yesterday. Here, NY Jets. You love my logo? Oh, you love Corey's logo. Okay, let's take a look at some requests. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, so we have, I'm going to go, excuse me. I'm going to go through my list here. For those catching this on the replay, FLDM, BLDM, DE, FMC, SILJ, and I think RL had FCX. So let's do this. For those wondering what this is the new functionality for analyst ratings. I'll do a video on this one day. I was playing around with it last night. FLDM. Okay, monthly chart. All right, so the first thing that jumps out at me on a monthly basis is that we have, in blue here, you have the anchored VWAP, which is just showing you what we already know by this volume shelf, that there's going to be a tug of war at the highs of the month to get through this volume shelf here at $8.63. But it looks as though we'll probably do it. We were rejected last month. We're back again this month. Stokes looking good. RSI looking good. Weekly chart. Same deal here. Looks as though we're going to make another run. That's what I would do. Create an alert. For those folks not using Trend Spider, 35% discount code below. Automated technical analysis. I'll demonstrate what that is in a moment if you're not familiar. And it's free with our silver and gold level memberships. That's my plug. Okay. So this would be a pretty significant breakout where we're to close out the week above this resistance level. Let's go back to the monthly to re-illustrate. Here's where I just set my alert. Right there. Now, here are our trend lines. Click of a button. And you can see that we have resistance up here in green, support down here in red. If you wanted to, suppose we fail to break out, then what you want to do, create alert, lower band of support. FLDM. And we'll keep this good for 10 days. So there we have it. We want to see a breakout or a pullback and a retest, one of the two. Daily chart. So we have another resistance level. Well, this is the same resistance level above. I'm confused by this one here. Okay. There's our resistance level. We have our alerts set. We're good to go. You know, it's a good-looking chart. No doubt about it. Now it's just a matter of earning the right to get purchased. And to do that, we need to see a breakout. And we could be there today, for all we know. So our alert's set, stock is looking good. Now we just wait. We don't want to hope that we break out. We want to buy the breakout. Or the pullback, one of the two. And or the pullback, I should say. BLDP. Ballard Power. I haven't looked at this one in a long time. Okay, monthly chart, Ballard Power. So far, a good month. A reversal bar last month. We got overbought relative to the third standard deviation Bollinger Band. This is what happens. Doesn't end well. So we're back for another run. The probabilities of making higher highs probably next month are pretty good. I like the trend here, no doubt about it. Utilities, I believe this is a utility, are under pressure with Ballard doing pretty well. But I think clean energy plays, if this is one, it's a renewable. Yeah, that's why it's rallying. So this sector is doing well. Very, very well. Let's overlay our trend lines. No resistance above, lots of support below, but very far below. Weekly support and resistance. Let's bring it up. All right, so you can see where we got rejected last month. Good support below here. At 1397. Stokes are hooking up weekly basis. RSI, higher low. Good stuff. Looks like we're going higher here. Daily chart. Nice breakout yesterday. We closed off the highs of the day, held the, excuse me, held the 50-day moving average in red. Stokes look good. RSI looks good. I think we're going up higher. Probably get a retest yet again of support due to the fade yesterday. I think it goes higher. Pardon my voice today, folks. DE, Deer. Last time I looked, they were doing well. This expired. Remove. All right, so we've broken out here. Nice monthly breakout. Something's going on. Copper ripping, deer ripping. I don't know. Let's overlay some support and resistance levels. All right, so this is what's going on. This is the value of the automated trend lines. It just saves you time. Click of a button, and there you have it. Why do we pull back yesterday and the day before? Or last week, excuse me. Last week and this week, we have resistance above. So I wouldn't want to go buying deer unless we broke out. For those that value the time saver, again, 35% off, discount code below. Lowest on the web. And it's free with our silver and gold level memberships. The reason why I get a 35% discount versus the traditional 25% is I do so much business with TrendSpider. So take advantage of it. It's an invaluable tool. I mean, the more functionality they add onto it, the more I can't live without it. So it's just a great tool. Time saver. Breakout. All right. I would also be interested on a pullback to support and there you have it. There are the alerts. Set it and forget it. Moving on, FMC. Oh, you know what? Let's go to the daily chart. See how we finished off yesterday. Yeah, no great shock here. Lots of topping action above. But we have our alerts set. We're good to go here. Wait for those alerts to fire off. FMC. Monthly chart first. New monthly highs. A bit of a pullback here. Not much in terms of volume above. So it looks as though we can certainly head up higher. Good price action. We broke out the week of the 3rd of August. Pullback retest number 1, pullback retest number 2. This chart looks very, very good. Support at $109.01. Where do we close yesterday? 10 cents above that mark. Good risk-reward entry point with a stop loss right below the lows of the week. Small loss, lots of upside potential. Daily chart. We are continuing to consolidate. I think that we can. I don't see any reason why you can't go buying these shares with an opening position and then add more on a breakout. With the stop loss right below the week's lows. Or buy the pullback. Which we're right there anyway. We'll probably be there this morning. There you have it. Good looking chart. Automated trend lines. Just beware. On a breakout, we have rising resistance up here. And a good lower band of support. A couple of them down below. This one in particular looks attractive. The only negative I have, and that negative is due to the fact that, due to the probability that it's simply trading sideways. We have lower highs on Stokes, no lower low. So I'm not too concerned here, assuming that we break out pretty quickly, because I would expect to see Stokes validate by moving up higher on any breakout. SILJ. The junior silver miners. This is one that's interesting to me, but probably not right now. Here's the monthly chart. We broke out last month. We're retesting this month. Weekly chart. I like support here. Let's keep this active for a while, because I'm definitely bullish on silver. We sold our silver position a couple of weeks ago. I'm looking to re-enter on this pullback. And I'm going to set up actually 2 alerts here, because silver is so volatile. It could easily see a severe pullback. Okay. All right, so we have 2 alerts set here for SILJ. Let's go to a daily chart. Daily chart I'm not loving. We rallied yesterday morning only to fade on the day. That's never ever good if you're bullish. So here are my alerts down here. We'll watch and see whether or not we get hit. And then we will consider opening up a trade. Not until then. Very, very short term bearish, longer term, very bullish. We'll leave off with FCX. Kat, you want me to go over GS? Oh, Ballard Power fuel cells are out of Montreal. Good information. Thank you for that, Kat. FCX. Freeport McMoran should be doing well. You got it, Kat. All right, so monthly chart, we've broken out of a long-term downtrend, and we are currently trading above a volume shelf, which is always very nice. Weekly chart. Look at all these volume shelves. We're plowing through resistance like a hot knife through butter. I'm going to re-enter my expired alert here. Daily chart. We saw a bit of a fade yesterday, but we closed up on the day and we broke out. I think this is another area where we could entertain getting long. There we go. Liking Stokes. RSI looks good as well. I think it's going higher. All right, we'll leave off with Katz Goldman Sachs. All right, let's go high level first. Can't blame the old man for selling. I mean, this is not a pretty chart. Let's clean all this up. A lot of topping action above 214.99. Actually, let's rephrase that. 204 to 214.99 is very, very stiff resistance. There's not a ton of historical volume at those levels, which leads me to believe you have a bit of a buyer's strike out there. There's just simply no interest. $193.81 to 180. I hate this font. One thing I have to complain about is the font. To 189 looks interesting as support. Weekly chart. Yeah, big rejection last week. Follow through to the downside this week. Cat, you looking to short? I knew you were going to say yes. I don't blame you. I think it's a short on a break below. As a matter of fact, it's probably a short right now. The only thing I would be wary of, and Goldman's not your traditional retail bank. The only thing I would be wary of is a rise in yields and how much they benefit from a rise in yields. Not sure, but they're in the banking sector. I'm going to go to a chart of yields in a moment. But I think the risk reward of shorting now is not too bad because you just use a stop loss right above 203, around there. A little bit higher. I mean, that's too tight. But you get my drift. Maybe even up at 206 and close above that mark, you're not going to want to be short anymore. But if we break down below this lower band of support at, let's call it 200, and we close there, it's game on to the short side. Let's throw some trend lines up here. Yeah, you can see they picked off this resistance level above and above here. Daily chart. Damn it. Stokes are weak and getting weaker. Yeah, I don't blame you for looking at it to the short side. The only thing I would take a look at are yields. And we're pulling back on the week. I frankly think we're going to rally back here and close back above this current support level. And we'll check in tomorrow night, folks. Those who are just joining in, if you could smash that like button. And don't forget, join us tomorrow night, Thursday night, Stock Charts Live. We go over the weekly charts, and we see how we're poised to close out the week. That's here on YouTube. There's a link below. You can enter your email address, get alerted 15 minutes prior to going live. You're welcome, Kat. And with that, folks, I'm going to say everybody have a profitable trading day, and I'll talk to you soon. Be well.